Welcome back to Graham Arena. We are here for a second to last home game. This Century Jam Panthers are taking on the Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles. Waiting for your Century Panthers to come out of the tunnel, take the ice. Starting lineups here momentarily as your Panthers take a warm-up lap.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Graham Arena for tonight's Varsity hockey game between the visiting Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles versus the home team, your Century Jam Panthers. Thank you for attending today's event. The Big Nine Conference and Region 1 take great pride in conducting events which highlight our students, coaches, and officials. So please be respectful and show good sportsmanship at tonight's hockey game. And now let's meet the starting lineup for both teams. First, the visiting Eagles. Senior defense number 15, Wyatt Shear. Senior defense number 22, Hannah Nolan. Senior forward number 24, John Lloyd. Junior forward number 6, Sam Stoltenberg. Junior forward number 34, Spencer Cockney. And protecting the net for the Eagles, senior goaltender number 35, Kyle Johnson. And the rest of the Eagles, Coach Keith Erickson. And now the starting lineup for your Panthers. Sophomore defense number 24, Vance Hansen.
Vance Hansen starting on one blue line.
Junior defense number 26,
Hatcher Hodge, his defensive partner.
Sophomore forward number 18, Gavin Weidrich.
Gavin Weidrich on one wing.
Junior forward number 44, Gustav
Baltovics, his wing partner.
Senior forward number 97, Jared
Solak starting at center.
Protecting the nets for your Panthers, he's a senior, number 1, Zachary Bohan.
Bohan manning the pipes tonight.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your hats as we honor America in playing of our national anthem.
right, again, we've got Solak, Baltovics, Gavin Wiedrich up front with Hansen and Hodge on the back end, and Bohan manning the pipes. It is Military Appreciation Night. I'd like to say thanks to all of our veterans and those who are being honored here tonight. There is something going on between the periods. I've been busy with work, so I haven't stayed up on exactly what's going to happen. So your Panthers, 2 final remaining games here against Apple Valley and then against Austin to round out the regular season. 17 minutes on the clock. Let's go Panthers. Solak wins that draw back to Hodge. He goes over to Hansen. Hansen goes up the wall, just completely runs over a guy. So those far boards. Baltovics letting that puck go through to Hansen. He tries to get a shot off. Doesn't get all of it, and so Apple Valley comes back down the far side. Hansen up the boards. Almost taken away by your Panthers, and that should be an offsides. Now, Apple Valley has to regroup. We dump that down the far side. Solak gets a stick on it, and your Panthers get off for a change. Loose puck. Boston Collins can't come up with it. Now he gets it back here at center, coming down the ice. He's got Tim Payne on the left-hand side, walking in, shot, glove save. So again, join us on Thursday for our final home game of the season. That is Cancer Hockey Fights Cancer Night. Come out and join all that fun. Wiedrich winning that draw back. Now we're able to hold that puck in momentarily. Palizari battling here at the blue line. Albert Valley moves it up now. Jocelyn back to try to gain possession here in the near side corner. Wiedrich down to help with Palizari. Loose puck. Wiedrich scoots that to Tim Payne along the near side boards, now to the far side. Collins coming down. He fires a shot. Saved by Albert Valley. Low angle shot. Rebound comes to the slot. Can't seem to grab that. Boston Collins firing from all angles here today. Apple Valley comes down, fires a shot. Bohan steers to the far corner. Collins chips that up for Wiedrich. Wiedrich now coming down. He goes cross ice. That hits an Apple Valley stick. And now we get that across the red line and we dump that down and get a change. Apple Valley moving that up. Graham back for it. He's finally back in the rotation here after being a little sick. Frank comes down. Why are we ringing that? Put that on net. Now on the far side, Lent. He goes off the boards. Delayed offsides. Now as Apple Valley comes up the near side. Panthers bang that off the boards and turn that over to Apple Valley. And long cross ice pass. Puck goes on Bohan. He steers that to the far side to Hodge. Now back to Waters and back to Graham. Graham making a flip pass to the near side. That doesn't connect. It goes all the way through. Hodge. Puck goes through his feet and he goes around the far side. Now up the far side boards. Waters. Getting that back to Hodge. Now Lent coming down. He gets that deep. Near side, Apple Valley chipping that up the wall. Apple Valley now getting stick checked by Solak and turnover. Panthers quickly moving that to the near side up the boards. Can't get that to Solak. Apple Valley dumps that down and Palizari goes back for it. Palizari with a nice reverse to Hansen. Hansen a long stretch pass. That hits Baltovic's stick and goes down the Apple Valley goaltender for a whistle. Solak in for that draw, goes behind the Apple Valley net. They ring it around the far side. Graham pinches. Apple Valley works it up now, coming down on Jocelyn. Jocelyn gets a leg down. Nice job to stop that cross ice pass. Shot from the point is steered to the near side corner. Apple Valley working that down the far side now. Low angle shot. Bohan's able to handle that. Baltovic's trying to chip that up for himself. Apple Valley moving that to the middle. That goes through everybody. Now Apple Valley circling behind the net. Now up high, that's off a stick. Out of the zone, Apple Valley has to regroup, giving the Panthers a chance to change. Now coming down, Solak shot, goal! Jarek Solak taking that cross-ice pass away. Putting that home for a 1-0 Panther lead. Little pass right there, try to go cross-ice to his defensive partner. Solak intercepts that, comes in, puts that home low, glove side, giving your Panthers a 1-0 lead. 12:50 remaining here in the first. Apple Valley up the boards.
Scoring for your Panthers on the house is the goal number 97, Jarek Solak. And the goal 4-10 of the first period.
No icing there as Collins puts the pressure on. Ethan Weidrich on the far side. Apple Valley now trying to come out of the zone. Two back checkers. Now quickly moving that to the near side, hitting Boston Collins down the left side, hand side boards. He puts a shot loose in the slot. Loose puck in the near side boards. Weidrich walking off the boards. He goes now down low. Tim Payne, far side for Collins. Collins down to Tim Payne. Back to Collins through the middle. Alizari holds that in, throws that behind the net. Collins is there, Tim Payne is there. Loose puck. Apple Valley now scrambling here on the near side. And they're able to chip that up and out. Alizari is there, he circles back as Apple Valley gets a change. Up the near side boards, that's past Lent. And we get a whistle. Lent will step in for this draw to the left of Bohan. Apple Valley controlling the near side corner. They spin, go behind the net. Hansen's there. Apple Valley up the boards to the point. Now back down low, across ice. And the net comes off. We gotta get our head on a swivel there. The guy snuck right behind everybody. Face-off outside the zone as Apple Valley had knocked the net off. Loose puck, Gavin Weidrich chips that to the far side. Apple Valley back up the boards. Hansen back for it. He now comes up the middle. He chips that to the far side. He's got Baltovic's. Solak coming down the middle. He's got Weidrich with him. Weidrich, loose puck, shot, misses the net. Oh, he's gonna want that one back. He is gonna want that one back. Good play by Solak to get that puck down low and across the ice. Weidrich trying to one-time that pass. Just missing that outside post. Hodge, nice hold of the blue line, but Apple Valley kicks that back and Hansen fires it out the glass and in. Apple Valley with a long stretch pass coming down now. And we have a delayed offsides.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stick around at the end of the first period where the players will be honoring their hero tonight, where they honor a hero of their choice.
Lent in for this face-off. He wins that back, goes across ice to Hodge. Hodge up to Waters, he loses it. And Apple Valley tosses that all the way down for an icing. .10:18 left here in the first period. Shots are 4-3 in favor of your Panthers. Face-off will be inside the Apple Valley zone. Lent will step in for this draw. Apple Valley wins that. They ring that around the near side. Graham is there. He's able to hold that puck in. Now Lent walking in the middle. Waters, shot, loose, rebound. Apple Valley's goaltender is able to come up big here as Apple Valley comes back 2-on-2. Shot, Bohan gets that with a chest protector. Graham spins, fires that to the near side to Frank. Now Lent spins here in the corner. Little dipsy doodle comes out of the corner. He's back checked hard though. Maintains the puck, fires that in on net, and he gets off for a change as Apple Valley comes out of their zone quickly. Coming down, fired, shot high, wide of the net. Now coming out of the corner is Wiedrich. He tries to get around the defenseman. He slips just now behind the net. Coming around. He gets it out to the point. Jocelyn fires a shot that's tipped, loose. Bouncing puck. Now Apple Valley puts that up and off the glass and all the way down. Have an icing. And thanks for watching Panther Hockey here. Follow us on YouTube and social media. Face off in the Apple Valley zone. It's a tongue twister. Apple Valley wins that. They go cross ice. Solak picks that up. He backhands that in, and the Panthers go on the forecheck. Now they go to the far side. Good pinch by Palazar. He's able to hold that puck in. Now on the far boards. Apple Valley rings that around the near side now. That bounces weird off the dasher. But Apple Valley is able to get that back and comes down the left-hand side or the right-hand side. They put a puck on net that Jocelyn intercepts. He bounces that off the boards. Palazari picks that up. Now skating through the neutral zone. He gets that on Baltovic's stick. As your Panthers go for a change. Now on the far side, Wiedrich applying pressure. Baltovic's now. Loose puck, Lent. Up the middle, just off of an Apple Valley stick, and Bohan grabs that for a whistle at 8:07. Coach is maybe trying to do a little line matching here. Lent line is back out. Hansen rings it around the far side. Waters is there. He pulls it off the boards and goes back into his zone. Drops that. For Graham. Graham goes up the far side, but that's off a body. Now in the far corner, Hansen. Hansen chipping that around for himself. Burnsville or Apple Valley player taking a big hit by Hansen, and he goes down. Let's see if we can catch it on the replay. Puck held in there, goes to the far side, gets chipped down in the corner. Hansen just jumping, a little reverse hit action. Looks like the Apple Valley player's okay. Face off outside the Panther zone. Algeier and Lent trying to get control of that puck now to the near side. Jocelyn stepping up. He's got a step. Walking in, fires a shot and save. Face off to the right of the Apple Valley goaltender. Weidrich will step in for this draw. Collins and Tim Payne on his wings. Weidrich picking that puck up off the boards. Now he gets that Tim Payne just across his stick. Collins fires that off of an Apple Valley stick, and that goes wide. Good forecheck by this line as they're able to hold Apple Valley in momentarily. Now Apple Valley coming back down the far side. Drop pass. Now they chip that behind the net. Jocelyn chasing. Tim Payne is there. He chips that up. Now you got Weidrich coming down. He gets bodied off the puck. Collins chasing behind the net. Apple Valley now picking it up on the far side. They go up the boards. Now coming down. That's taken away by your Panthers. Oh, just missing. Now we've got a 2-on-1 developing. Collins coming down. He fires a shot. Top cookie, baby! Boston Collins ripping that off the top crossbar for a 2-0 lead. That pass by Weidrich comes up to Collins. He just comes up and rips it right off that red bar. I've been telling the boys to pass a little more, but if Collins is going to shoot like that, shoot away, baby, shoot away. That'll be Collins from Weidrich. Here with about 6 minutes left in the first period.
Scoring for the Panthers, Boston Collins.
Collins picking it up at the blue line. He drops that back for Hansen. Hansen fires a shot that's blocked by Apple Valley. Apple Valley goes up the boards. Now to the near side. Shot by Apple Valley is deflected into the corner. Palazzari now on the near side. He brings it up and out of the zone. Weidrich. He goes back to Solak. Solak to the far side to Hansen. Hansen throws one in the air that hits Weidrich in the leg, but he's able to control it and throw it back in the Apple Valley zone. Loose puck now is picked up by Palazzari. He goes up the boards in the near side. He hits Weidrich. Weidrich trying to go through the middle. Just jumps past Baltovic's stick. Now on the far side. Lent battling. Nelson, Frank is there. Graham in the near side corner. Puck comes around the near side. Where's Frank going? Goal. Now behind the net, Apple Valley now trying to get up the boards. They scoot that across the blue line. Waters is there to block a shot attempt. Now he picks it up on the far boards, chips that around the defenseman and goes. Apple Valley working it up the far boards. Now Rochester regrouping to the near side. Long cross-ice pass just misses Lent. Now walking in, a pass up to Frank. He dances at the red line. Sees 3 or 4 yellow jerseys and decides to fire at it in and get it off for a change. Apple Valley coming back up the middle. That shot's deflected up into the netting. We get a whistle at 4:09. Shot, Bohan saved the side of the net. That gets run around to the blue line, out of the near side. Defenseman, they work it down low. Apple Valley cycling in here in the near side corner. Jocelyn is there. Apple Valley comes off the boards, and we'll have our first penalty. That'll be Apple Valley going to the box for interference. See if we can see that play here, right there. Oh, it must have been before that. So face-off will be down in the Apple Valley zone. This is an Insignia power play. Now behind the net, Weidrich. He circles around the far side. He gets it up to the point. Palazzari walking in. Here goes far side for Weidrich. Now back up to Palazzari. Jocelyn near side, back to Palazzari. Shot, tip. Apple Valley's goaltender gets a glove on it. Solak in for this draw. 1:41 remaining in the power play. Solak wins that draw back. Jocelyn's able to hold it in. Back to Palazzari, back to Jocelyn. Jocelyn steps up, fires it. Shot and a goal. Jocelyn from the point. Solak with the screen. That's a power play goal. Your Panthers up 3-0 at 3:21 remaining here in the first. Lent in for this draw. Again, Palazzari back to Jocelyn. He just fires a wrister, and Solak gets out of the way, putting up a beautiful screen.
With the assist number 2, second assist number 5, Palazzari.
All right, so they're giving that goal to Jocelyn, or sorry, to Solak, as it bounced off of him. It looks like Jocelyn and Palazzari with the assists. Hansen up off the glass, up to Waters. It doesn't get out. Loose puck in the slot. Allgaier loses it. Lent now picking it up just outside the blue line. He circles back wisely. Hansen fires that in. Just a hair short of the red line, so we have an icing at 2:46. Face off to the left of Bohan. Weidrich in for this draw. He wins that back to Hansen. Sorry, to Hodge. Up the wall. Spinning shot by Apple Valley. Bohan's able to handle, and we get that out of the zone. An Apple Valley goaltender stops at it, otherwise that would have gone in. Up the boards. Tim Payne takes it away. He hits Weidrich on the stick. Weidrich now coming in. He loses his balance. Hodge able to hold that in. He goes cross ice. Collins is there. Rings around to the near side. Tim Payne picks it up. He dumps it behind the net. Far side corner. Weidrich battling there for possession. He pulls it off the wall. Shot. Save. And that puck comes out now. Collins back checking to the far side. Just misses that net. Bohan's able to recover. Loose at the side of the net now. Trying to jam it in. Apple Valley to the far side. Collins just trying to chip that up, get a break. Now Hodge coming up. He's all alone now with his Panther teammates changing. Baltovics. Couldn't get a handle on it. Apple Valley comes down 1-on-4. Centering pass goes through everybody, fired wide. Palazzari finds it. He uses the net. Ships it up the far side wall, hits Baltovics. Baltovics spins, gets it back to Hodge. Hodge to Solak. Just misses him. Weidrich now trying to find it. He goes back to Hodge. Cross ice to Palazzari. Up to Solak. Minute remaining in the period. Palazzari backhands that in on net, and Panthers go back on the forecheck.
Well, I mean, he didn't know where we were, so.
Apple Valley trying to get around Graham. Weidrich in the near side corner. Graham skates by that puck. Bohan with a nice save. Puck coming out of the corner. 15 seconds remaining. Near side. Battle on the near side corner. Trying to keep that out of the slot. Spinorama shot loose. Bohan with a nice save at the side of the net. Loose puck, and now we have a horn. So after one, the score is 3-0. Your Panthers leading. Shots are 11-10 in favor of Century JM Panthers. Stay tuned for some recognizing your heroes here after the first period.
I need the players to stay back on the ice. Century players need to get back on the ice for a second for a little spiel here. So if you can call your boys back up.
Do you know what's going on?
Yeah, it's Recognize Your Hero Night.
Should I go down there?
No, I think you're good.
No, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the success of our players and athletes, students, and citizens is a result of a strong community of teachers, mentors, and volunteers who give their time to our youth. Tonight, the Century JM Panther hockey team celebrates Honor a Hero event, where senior players each selected a person this week who has had significant influence on their development and has impacted their life in a positive way. Many of those honored are here with us tonight and are sporting the away jerseys of our Panther players. Heroes, at this time, please rise and be recognized for the impact you've had on your seniors here. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me give these deserving people a very warm round of applause for their time, effort, and list that they've shared with our seniors. Congratulating players. Thank you to those people, Century JM Marshall Hockey Team. Thank you.
All right, so recognizing the heroes in the stands. So we got a Solak family member here. Great to see that. So we'll be back at the start of the second period. All right, welcome back to the start of the second period. Again, thanks to our heroes that are here in the stands wearing our camo jerseys. And thanks to our sponsors this year. We'll flash those up here shortly. And follow us on social media. Social media here. So we head into section playoffs. Looks like Rochester, your Panthers will take 7th place. Tried to load that graphic earlier. Here was this from last week. We leapfrogged Mayo. Obviously, there's some teams below us there, but leapfrogged Mayo here with that win in Winona, and then a tie or with that game against Winona. So, start of the second period. Solak in for this draw. 17 minutes on the clock. Let's go Panthers. Apple Valley picks that puck up. They fire that in. Bohan grabs that with a glove, and we get a whistle.
I can ask her on what you can chat up, because I know that sometimes if you
Face off to the right of Bohan. Loose puck. Apple Valley chips that into the corner. They throw that through the slot. Nobody can get a stick on that. Now puck is loose on those far boards. Hodge whacking at it. He gets that up to Wiedrich. Wiedrich goes cross ice, just missing Baltovics. Baltovics circling now. Apple Valley up and off the glass and out of the zone. Bouncing puck. Hodge can't grab that. Bohan tries to stop that behind the net. Hansen now on the near side corner. He quickly goes up the boards. Baltovics gets a stick on that. Solak in the corner. Solak with a hot stick here as of late. Apple Valley coming back 2-on-2. They cut to the middle. Solak's able to get a stick on that. Shot. Bohan makes a save. Cross ice. Goes just through the crease. Apple Valley now putting the pressure on here early in the second. Near side boards. Baltovics is there. Palazari behind the net. He's able to get a piece of that. Chips it up for Tim Payne. Tim Payne can't get to it. Gets by him. Solak. Long shift here. Need to get a whistle. Jocelyn back. He goes back door to Palazari. Back to Jocelyn. Jocelyn up the boards. Up off the glass. And that finally comes out. Loose puck. Baltovics fires a shot. I'd like to see him hit Tim Payne there. Now as Apple Valley comes across the blue, cut into the middle. Bohan gets a stick on it. Loose puck. Tim Payne now. He hits Palazari, who's got Boston Collins and Wiedrich with him. He puts the brakes on. Near side, Tim Payne. Shot. That's blocked by Apple Valley. Collins throws that behind the net. That skips over Wiedrich's stick. Valley up the boards. That goes off a body. Turnover here. Boston Collins racing for it. He spins. Apple Valley chips it up the boards. Able to hold that in. Wiedrich goes far side to Graham. Graham now down to Collins. Collins trying to hit a streaking Wiedrich in the front. Apple Valley chips that around. Battle with Hodge. Hodge gets that to Graham behind the net. Graham now up the middle. That's off Wiedrich's stick. Collins picks it up here on the near side boards. Wiedrich does a spinorama. Collins fires a tight shot down the goal line on net. Wiedrich spins in the near side corner. He backhands it up the middle, trying to hit Lent. That's broken up by an Apple Valley player. Apple Valley now down the far side with a burst of speed. Getting by Graham. Apple Valley now on the board. Apple Valley using that winger using that burst of speed to get around Graham. Dragging that puck far post, tucking it around that long leg pad of Bohan for a second period goal. Now bringing them within 2. Apple Valley to the near side now. They fire a shot that's deflected up in the netting.
Scoring for the Eagles, number 12, Andrew Malkin. With the assist, number 4, Marshall Lynch. Now the goal for the 21 in the second period.
Face off to the right of Bohan. That puck fired around. Apple Valley tosses it back in. They have to tag up. Palazar to the near side. Too far. Too far for Hansen, but we're able to get that puck up now. Hansen streaking in. He tries to cut in, moves it to the middle. Apple Valley up off the glass and out of the zone. Now to the far side. Just about getting behind Palazari. Apple Valley pulls that out of the corner now. Nobody in front of the net. What are we doing? Apple Valley in the far corner. Now to the blue line. Shot, miss. Weidrich chips that out. I'd like to see him do a little more control there. Palazari up the boards. Lent chasing it down now. He comes in, tries to get to the middle. Shot by Weidrich. Just in front of him. Can't get everything on that. Now on the far side, Apple Valley chipping it up and out. Jocelyn up the boards. Bounces in front of Weidrich. Apple Valley now to the near side, and we have an offsides. See where they put that face off. Referees are trying to decide here. They decide it's out in front of the Panther blue line. Face off. Solak wins that back. Jocelyn up the boards. Weidrich can't get to that. Loose puck now to the near side. Baltovic spins. Dishes to Hodge. Now down to Weidrich, up to Solak. That jumps over Weidrich's stick. Baltovic's behind the net now. He dances. Baltovic still in the corner. Comes out of the corner with it. Comes cross ice to Hodge. Hodge fires a shot. Ping pongs through everybody. Baltovic tosses that behind the net as Apple Valley chips it off the boards and out. That shot's blocked. Solak picks it up. Jocelyn joining the rush. We got Weidrich on the far side. He spins. Backhand to Solak coming in. Backhand just misses the net. Jocelyn stepping up. Shot just misses wide to the near side. Now the near side, far side corner. Apple Valley trying to chip that out. Comes back to Palazari, now up through the middle. Tim Payne walking in, he drops that. Palazari back down the wall. Apple Valley chips that out. Graham is there, he goes up the boards, hits Tim Payne. That's off his stick. Weidrich walking in now. Collins just misses that net. Had a nice feed from Weidrich down low. Collins looking to slide that on the ice. Tim Payne, toe drag. Palazari decides to back out. Apple Valley tosses that back in. Bohan rings that around to the far side. Big check by Graham on the far side. Apple Valley now behind the net. Graham is able to play the body there. That goes all the way down, no icing. Palazari pinches, holding that in. Boston Collins trying to work that to the middle. Apple Valley gets across the red line, dumps it down. Graham goes back forward, he goes D to D. Apple Valley changing. Long cross ice pass is off Boston Collins' stick. Out of the near side, Boston gains his own, walks in. On the far side, Algier looking for that puck. Apple Valley gets it out to the near side. Apple Valley walking in. Drop pass. Shot. Bohan with a pinky toe save. Sticking that long leg of his out. Nice save by Bohan. Face-off won by Apple Valley. That shot is fired high up over the net. Hey, I've got to get the puck, guys. Apple Valley able to hold the zone. Slap shot goes wide. Algier chasing. Puck held in. Apple Valley coming off those boards. Another shot. Bohan makes the first save. Loose puck. Side of the net. Apple Valley can't take that one-timer. Lent in the near side corner. Now Apple Valley works it up to the point. Now across ice. Shot wide. Scrambling here. We need to get a whistle. Gets to get a change. Apple Valley trying to come off those boards now. Now they come to the middle. Apple Valley doing a little pinwheel move. Now behind the net. Oh, why are we? Oh, just panic there. And finally we get a stick on it. Waters throws that all the way down for an icing. Face off to the right of Bohan with 8:07 remaining. Puck blocked at the blue line. Apple Valley throws it in on a delayed offside. Palazari, Jocelyn, back to Palazari. He loses it and spins back. Back to Jocelyn. Oh, we got to make that easy pass. Solak is right there. Jocelyn, back to Palazari. Palazari loses it. He goes up the boards. Apple Valley coming back now. Jocelyn into the corner. Solak takes that puck away now as we come out of the zone. And out of the near side, back to Baltovics. Baltovics comes in, centers it for Solak. He had a Apple Valley guy all over him. Apple Valley is able to scoot that puck out. Graham just ramming it back up the boards. Puck loose now on the far side. Palazari grabs it. Palazari near side to Baltovics. That's past his stick. And Apple Valley throws that into the Panther zone. Delayed offsides. Face off here at center ice. Weidrich in for this draw at 6:50 of the second period. Puck loose at the side of the net. Bohan just decides to get a whistle here. Face-off one by Weidrich. Shot from the side of the net. Bohan steers that into the corner. There's a pitchfork play. And we'll have a penalty. Hooking's a call on Apple Valley, I believe. Apple Valley disagreeing on this call. So this will be an Insignia power play here at 6:36. Solak, Baltovic, Weidrich, Palizari, and Jocelyn out there for this power play. Apple Valley wins that. They flip that up. That hits something. Apple Valley rings that around the far side. Jocelyn is there. He spins. Moves it back to Palizari. Back to Weidrich. Weidrich up to Jocelyn. Jocelyn stepping across the blue. He drops it for Hodge. Back to Palizari. Palizari shot fired high. See that a little bit lower, so we get a tip on that. Baltovic picks it off the boards. Oh, back to Palizari. Back to Jocelyn. Shot fired. Rebound. Just shooting a little too high there. I'd like to get those a little bit lower. Give us a chance to get a stick on it. 5:52 in the period. 1:17 left in the power play. Now we'll send out Tim Payne, Weidrich, and Collins with Hansen and Hodge. Apple Valley up the boards. They come out of the zone now. Hansen over to Hodge, back to Hansen. He goes back to Hodge as we set that up behind the net. Hodge now gaining a burst of speed behind the net. He goes up the far side. Weidrich walking in. Back door, tried to hit Collins. Apple Valley just getting a stick on that. Now back to Hodge and Hansen exchanging at the blue line here. Now down near side to Weidrich. Back to Hodge. Shot fired, blocked. Loose puck, worked up back upside the boards. Hodge has it. Now across to Hansen. Back to Hodge. Tip just wide. 15 seconds remaining in the power play. Up to Weidrich. Weidrich walking across the blue. He gets it to Hansen. Boys are doing a nice job moving it, just not getting any good shots on net. Weidrich a shot that hits an Apple Valley player. Now we'll go cross ice. One-timer by Hansen. Just goes off his stick. 4.5 minutes remain here in the first period. Apple Valley coming back. That centering pass is off of a stick into the netting. Again, a lot of nice puck movement, just not getting any shots to the net on that power play. Lots of offensive zone time. Solak in for this draw. Apple Valley wins that back. Shot, that's tipped high and wide. Out to the far side. Gavin Weidrich can't get to it. Apple Valley coming in. Down the near side boards. Apple Valley cycling. Working that back. Out to the point. Can't get it out though. Apple Valley stepping up. That bounces off of Bohan. Scramble for it. Puck is loose. Blow the whistle. It's got to be bodies on it. Wow. Wow. Come on, you can't tell me the ref saw that. Wow. A little bit of a scramble there. Bohan taking that puck off the backboards. Luckily, it didn't bounce off of him and in. Face off. Bohan making a nice little save. Apple Valley going forward with that pass, so that draw. Apple Valley behind the net now. Up the near side wall. Picked off by Wiedrich. He just goes up off the boards, not far enough, and now we get it back in our zone. That's off a ref. Valley walking in. Palazzari, nice job stepping up. Now we get it all the way down for an icing. 3:05 remaining. Get a new line out there. Fresh legs. Face off to the left of Bohan. 3:05 left in the second period. Face off one. Graham around the near side. He chips that up. Lentz able to get that. He goes to the middle. Frank is there. Frank gets it behind the net. Up on the near side boards now. Let's keep the pressure down here in this zone for a little while. And Apple Valley gets it out. Hodge. Graham. That's off Frank sticking in. 2.5 minutes. Hodge is able to hold it in, but we have a delayed offsides. Wiedrich in for this draw. Apple Valley wins that, but Wiedrich gains possession. Now he goes to the far side to hit Collins. Collins steps across the blue, trying to cut to the middle, fires a shot just wide, tipped by an Apple Valley stick. Now behind the net. Up the boards, able to hold that in. Tim Payne now in the far corner. Up the near side. Hodge takes that away, fires it in. Apple Valley has to regroup in their zone as we tag up. Valley wins that draw. They come down the near side. Hansen forcing them to dump that behind the net. And on the far side, Jocelyn battling. Apple Valley behind the net now to the near side. Pass along, or a shot along the goal line. Wiedrich's able to grab that. He gets that to the middle. And Apple Valley throws that back in. On the far boards, Wiedrich moves it up to the middle. Apple Valley coming in on Jocelyn. He's able to poke that out though. Apple Valley works it back with a minute left here in the period. Oh, dangerous pass there from Hansen. Throwing that over to Hodge, and it bounces off his stick or his skates, and luckily Bohan was ready for it. Boy, we just show a little lackluster motivation here in the second period, especially late in the second. I don't know if we feel like we're gassed or what. Man. Long exit pass, turnover. Collins trying to grab that. That shot's fired wide to the far side. 41 seconds left. Apple Valley trying to work that to the middle. Now it comes out of the zone. Tim Payne chasing. Apple Valley reverses that to the far side. They work that up the wall. Palazzari's back. pass broken up by Collins. He gets that poked off his stick. Weidrich trying to chip it up to himself. Shot blocked. Nice job by Graham. 2 seconds and 1 second. So we'll leave the second period with a 3-1 lead. Shots are 16-19 in favor of Apple Valley. A bit of a lackluster second period. Hopefully your Panthers go in and regroup and come out strong for the third. We'll be back for the start of the third period. Welcome back, Panther Nation. Start of the third period momentarily. Teams are back on the ice. This is Panther hockey. All right, 17 minutes on the clock. Again, scores 3-1. Your Panthers ahead. 16-19. Shots are in favor of Apple Valley. See if your Panthers can come out with a little more oomph and gusto here in the third period. It looked a little lackluster towards the second half of that second period. Opening face-off here. Solak stepping in for this draw. Weidrich and Baltovic's on his wings. Hodge and Hansen on the defensive blue line. Apple Valley able to get that back into the Panther zone. Hansen back for it. He goes cross ice to Hodge. Hodge goes up the middle, hits Solak. Solak coming down the middle. Oh, it gets decked in right into the boards there. Come on, Jarrett, get up, bud. Now behind the net. Apple Valley losing that puck momentarily. That's off a stick and all the way down. That should be an icing. Face off in the Apple Valley zone. Weidrich will step in for this draw. Collins and Tim Payne on his wings. Apple Valley wins that. They bring that around the far side. Apple Valley trying to chip that out. It gets stuck into some water over there. Turnover here in the neutral zone. Jocelyn can't get a stick on that. Loose puck. Bohan with a big save. Now behind the net. Far side, big check by Palazzari. Jocelyn behind the net. Weidrich picks it up. He goes back to Palazzari. Panthers calm it down here a little bit and work it up the wall. A lot of sticky ice out there as Collins tries to make a pass as well, and it gets stuck in the water. On the near side. Apple Valley working their way out through the middle. Taken away by Weidrich. He goes up the near side. He's got Collins with him. Collins trying to make a drop pass. Can't. Apple Valley now coming back quickly. They're able to tip that into the Panther zone. Graham back forward. He moves up the wall to Frank. Frank trying to make a cross-ice pass through a pair of skates. Apple Valley working that back up through the neutral zone now. Coming down across the blue. Shot blocked by Graham. Good positioning by Frank to work his way between the puck and the body. Apple Valley has to regroup now. Lent chasing. Apple Valley here comes across the red, dumps it down. Hodge on the far side. He lets that puck go to Waters. Waters lets it through. Lent coming through the middle. He gets tied up and spun around. Apple Valley working their way across the blue line again. Shot tipped high into the netting. Solak in for this draw to the left of Bohan. Hansen, he gets that, brings it around the far side. Baltovic's can't handle that ring pass. Now we work it back to Hansen. Hansen behind the net to Jocelyn, back to Hansen. Hansen through the middle, that's off Baltovic's stick and goes down for an icing. Face off won by Apple Valley. They fire that shot from the point high. Apple Valley now fires another shot. Bohan makes a save. Jocelyn now. Apple Valley curling. It's in the slot. That's off Bohan's glove. Big save, near side boards. Jocelyn picks that loose puck up behind the net now. He spins. Now he reverses to Hansen. Puck comes around the near side. Jocelyn stops it behind the net. Tipped up the near side. Weidrich trying to get that out across the blue line. Apple Valley holds it in. Centering pass. Bohan with a big save. Up the middle. Bohan with another save. Now he's pushed. Loose puck. Wraparound try. Bohan somehow able to grab that puck. Mad dash here on the near side corner. Well, we're just getting outworked here. We got to get back to lunch pail hockey. Face off won by Weidrich. Graham goes far side. Now cross ice. That's through Tim Payne's stick, and we get an icing. Weidrich will step in for this draw. Up the far side, Boston Collins chipping it around the defenseman, race for it. That's off the glass, Tim Payne, far side. Now Boston Collins trying to get that across to Weidrich in the slot. Boston back in the corner now. Apple Valley chips it around the far side. Weidrich gets there first, he chips that back to Collins. Collins moving that up through the middle. That's off an Apple Valley player. Palazari able to hold that in. Tim Payne slipping on a banana peel. Weidrich goes on the forecheck. Apple Valley sets up behind their net now. That's off a stick. Weidrich gets a piece of it. Collins coming back, fires a shot, tipped by Tim Payne. Apple Valley goaltender makes a big save. Face off on the far side. Loose puck. Shot, save. That shot coming from Baltovics. Apple Valley trying to turn it back. Hansen picks it up. He dishes it to the near side. Gavin Weidrich is there. Apple Valley chipping that to the middle. Hansen gets a stick on that. Loose puck. Up the boards. Now there's a race for it. Gavin Weidrich on the prowl. He goes behind the net. Centering pass. Baltovics on his stick, trying to hit Solak. Nice glove by Weidrich. Oh. Calling it offsides here. Face off, Solak with that draw. That comes up the near side. Now the puck slides cross ice. Palazari chips it up the boards. Apple Valley coming back in the zone. And they dump it back down behind Bohan. Jocelyn to Palazari. Palazari puts that in the feet of Jocelyn. Trying to center that. Loose puck in the slot. Works it to the near side to Gavin Weidrich. Now he comes out of the zone. Gets across the red. Dumps it down, and Solak now in the corner trying to dance out. Baltovics trying to make a move. Loose puck. Palazari on those far boards. Now works to the near side. Solak walking in. Shot just high. Out of the far side. Baltovic's back for it. He reverses it up the boards. I'd like to see him go back to his defenseman there. 2-on-1. Centering pass. Beats Bohan. Right there, we should get it back to our defenseman right there. Instead, we turn it over, they come down. 2-on-1. Beat Bohan to that glove side. Gotta be smart. $10:19 remaining. Cross ice pass. Allgaier tips on Bohan, and Bohan just decides to get a whistle. Lent will step in for this draw. Again, we're changing lines. I don't know if we're trying to line match or what, but they got the Lent line back out there. Lent line with Graham and Hodge. Out of the near side, Allgaier. He gets it into the zone. Waters. Hodge is able to keep that in the zone. Waters now Allgaier's. Allgaier can't get a stick on it. Puck tied up along the near side boards. Hodge. Turnover. Apple Valley now working it to the far side, coming down. Hodge pressuring. They throw that on net. Bohan steers that into the corner, now behind the net. Picked up by Hansen, he goes up the boards. Waters, he just throws it all the way down for an icing. 9:01 remaining. Weidrich in for this draw. He wins that back. Hansen picks it up and goes behind the net. Hansen, long cross ice pass, hitting Boston Collins on a break. Boston coming down the middle. Shot. I'd like to see him pass that puck. Trying to move that to the middle. Apple Valley making a quick pass to the slot that just misses their player. Now at the blue line, they cross it over. Shot tip. Just blocked by Bohan. Loose puck. Bouncing to the corner. Collins trying to make a race for it. Hansen. He can't get it out. Weidrich now chips it out. He races for it. Now Apple Valley to the middle. See a little more zone time for your Panthers here. Battle on the near side boards. Weidrich comes out of there with it. Weidrich breaking his stick, moving it up the far side. Jocelyn able to chip that out now as Apple Valley has to regroup. Apple Valley coming through the middle now. They lose that puck as Baltovich picks that up. He tries to go cross ice to Solak. Turnover, shot just high, just misses the net. That shot coming from Graham. Baltovich's trying to get that to the slot. Weidrich in the corner, he backhands that back to Baltovich's. Apple Valley now chipping that out. Solak is there. He's able to protect that. Goes near side to Baltovich's. Baltovich gets that poked off his stick. Apple Valley coming down. Shot that misses the net. Bring around to the near side. Palizari's there. Solak now chipping that out. Apple Valley turns that around quickly. Graham picks it up. Now on the far side of the net. No, don't backhand that. Flipping that up. Solak coming across with Wiedrich. Loose puck. Wiedrich firing that just wide. He's had a couple chances tonight, just not able to get the shot he wants off. Solak steps up, fires a shot. Blocker save. Apple Valley turning it back around now. There's a race with Hodge. Bohan with a big leg kick. Able to keep that puck out. Apple Valley now to the middle. Shot save, Bohan. Puck loose. Wrap around, Bohan with another big save. Panthers not taking kindly to shenanigans around our goaltender. Bohan making multiple saves there, just kicking out that leg right there to keep that puck out. So we'll have Waters go to the box. Coincidentals, it looks like. Apple Valley disagreeing here. Coincidental penalties here. 5:57. Should be 5-on-5. Face off to the left of Bohan. Wiedrich in for that draw. He wins that back. We go up the near side boards. Now we're able to chip it out. Collins just missing that. Otherwise, he was on a break. Hodge goes back for it. He goes up the boards, just missing Collins. No icing.
Number 12.
Good body by Wiedrich now as he comes off the boards. Drop pass. Cross ice. Just missing Hansen. Now through the middle. Hodge throwing that. He keeps that in as he pinches down those right-hand side boards. Apple Valley making a quick stretch pass. They work that through the middle now. Misses everybody. Hodge back to pick it up. He backhands that to the near side. Tim Payne is there. Hansen pulls it out of the pile. He rings that around to the far side. Collins is there. Collins up off the glass and out. Wiedrich working it to the near side. He's got Tim Payne. Now coming down. Back to Collins. Collins trying to dive for it. And that goes on the netminder and he gets the glove on it. 4:37 remaining. Shots are 30-23 in favor of Apple Valley. Been a flurry of shooting here in the third period. See if your Panthers can stick one insurance goal in. Solak in for this draw. Good forecheck by Gavin Wiedrich. Turnover behind the net. He spins. Maintains possession, trying to center that to Baltovics. Apple Valley up and out of the zone and all the way down for an icing. Solak stepping in for this draw. Gavin now, near side corner. He gets bodied off the puck. Solak has it. Loose puck. Solak now goes across the blue line to tip. Oh, just over the net. That shot by Palazzari hit a stick and popped over the crossbar. Now Apple Valley coming back. They gain the blue line. Shot just off of Bohan's pad. Baltovics, he just chips it out. That's behind the defenseman. They turn it around quickly. Good play by Baltovics to turn that back to Jocelyn as Apple Valley gets a change. Jocelyn come up the near side. He gains the red and the blue line. Fires that in for a whistle. At 3:32. Both players are out of the penalty box now. We'll still continue with our 5-on-5 play. Weidrich will step in for this draw with Tim Payne and Collins and Graham and Hodge. Weidrich wins that back. Tim Payne stepping up, fires that just wide. Payne gets that back to Hodge. Hodge steps up, fires a shot that's intercepted by Apple Valley. Apple Valley coming down the near side. Shot. Bohan with a big glove. Steers that behind the net. Cross ice pass. Goes up off the glass on the near side. Now behind the net, Graham. He goes up off the glass. I think that hit the referee. Now on the near side, behind the net. That puck scoots out, and Apple Valley has to regroup in the neutral zone. Hodge steps up, fires that in deep. Collins takes that puck away. Centering pass goes through everybody. Apple Valley turns it around. Loose puck, Apple Valley picks it up, walks around Jocelyn. Centering pass, we're able to get a stick on that. Shot, loose puck to the near side. Apple Valley tosses that to the side of the net, and Bohan gets a glove on it at 2:14. Solak in for this draw. That goes straight on to Bohan, and he gets a whistle. Solak in for this draw. Shot. That goes to the far side. Baltovics can't get there. Palazzari picks it up in the corner. He goes near side to Jocelyn. Jocelyn up the boards to Gavin Weidrich. Gavin comes up across the red, dumps it down, brings it around the far side to Baltovics. Shot fired, blocked by Apple Valley as they come back now. Palazzari is there. Shot to the near side corner. Solak and Hodge in the corner. Weidrich comes off the boards with it. He gets it to Hodge. Hodge coming up now 2-on-2. He gets across the blue, trying to cut to the middle. Slides past everybody. Palazzari steps up and throws that in deep into the Apple Valley zone. Solak able to keep that puck deep. With 1:15 remaining. Loose puck now on the far side. Able to turn that around. Baltovics gets a handle on it. He throws that behind the Apple Valley net as we get a change. Now on the far side, we step up. Able to hold that in. 1 minute remaining in the game here. Apple Valley's going to try to... Looks like that puck went on the back of the net. 48 seconds remaining here in the third period. Face-off will be down in the Apple Valley zone. Weidrich, Tim Payne, and Collins out there with Jocelyn and Hansen. Apple Valley's going to try to win this draw, maybe call a timeout here and pull their goaltender. I wonder if the call is here that we shot it in. that we shot it in, and it went on the back of the net. All right, so they're going to move the face-off outside the zone. Face-off outside the zone. Weidrich will step in for this draw. Now they're going to call a timeout. So while we're in a timeout, again, like just thank our sponsors here.
Timeout, Eagles.
Timeout is over. Again, thanks to all our sponsors this year. So we're going to send out Solak, Collins, Waters, Hodge, and Palazzari. Face off on the far side. Battle for it on the far boards. Puck tied up. Solak able to get that deep. 37 seconds and counting. Now goes behind the net. Now Apple Valley comes out of their zone with a burst of speed through the middle. Now we get a poke check. Goaltender can't make it to the bench. Boston Collins tying it up. 20 seconds remaining. Just trying to keep that tied up along the boards. Good play by Waters. Now Solak coming back. He tries to get that to Waters. Loose puck. He fires that on net. Save. 5 seconds. Long pass here. 2 seconds. 1 second. We'll see a face-off down in the Apple Valley zone, and that'll be it. This will be a nice little win by your Century John Marshall Panthers here as we head into section play. One final home game on Thursday. That is Hockey Fights Cancer Night. Nice win by your Century John Marshall Panthers. A 3-2 victory here at home against Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles. Thanks to all our heroes. And nice win by your Panthers here at home. We'll see you on Thursday night. Come on out, the Thursday night Hockey Fights Cancer game. We'll see you then.